Hello, my little mathematicians. I want you to go ahead and on PA-214, go ahead and all the ones that you see highlighted, so all of these TO and that I, try to see if you can come up with the algebraic expression that represents each word phrase. So write the word phrase next to each, or write the algebraic expression next to each word phrase. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and try those, and then unpause it and come back to check. Okay, and now that you're back with us, okay, you already tried them. For the first one, it says 5 more than, so I'm adding 5 to what? 5 more than 2 times what? A number, and we don't know what that number is, so we can just represent it with an X. The next one says 7 less than, so again, the 7 goes to the end. Whenever you see a less than, it moves it to the end. 7 less than what? 5 times a number. Okay, and the next one is 5 times a number decreased by 2. So that decreased by or minus 2. The next one is 2 diminished by, so subtracting, 7 times a number. So 7 times x, or just 7x. And again, if you use like A, Y, B, C, the variable can be anything. I just like to use x. And that's why we don't use x to represent multiplication anymore. Okay, the next one is 2 increased by, so adding 5 times a number. And when you just have 5 attached to x, that means 5 times that number. Okay, twice a number, so 2 times some variable, decreased by, so minus 7. 2 more than, so that then puts the 2 at the end. I'm adding 2 to what? 7 times a number. Okay, so that means that 7x plus 2 is right here. So 11 is G. 2x minus 7, that's 6, was T. 2 plus 5x is 22, is S. 2 minus 7x was 14, so that's I. 5x minus 2 was 27, so that's E. 5x minus 7 is 7, so that's H. And 2x plus 5 is 19, so that's F. Which means down at the bottom, for 19, you're going to write an F. 7, you're going to write an H. 27, you'd write an E. 14, you would write an I. 22, you'd write an S. 6, you would write a T. And 11, you would write a G. Okay, let's try these other ones. 9 diminished by, again, we already said that word up here, diminished by means subtracting. Okay, so 9 minus 4 times a number. And then 1/4, so 1/4, that's a fraction, of a number. Whenever you have a fraction followed by the word of some other number, you're multiplying those. So it's 1/4 times x. And if you think about it, 1/4 times x, right? You can kind of put that x over 1. And so when you multiply across, 1 times x is x, and 4 times 1 is 4. So 1/4 times x is the same thing as x over 4, because multiplying by a fourth is the same thing as dividing by 4. Okay, that one was tricky. That's why I wanted us to try it. So that one looks like 18 for O. And then T was 9 minus 4x, so that's 2. So 2 is T, 18 is O. And then let's try this last I over here. Okay, this I said 2 times. So 2 times what? The sums. Let's put a plus sign in there. A number, so some number, and 8. So 8 goes on the other side of the plus sign. And we want this whole thing in parentheses because it's not just 2 times x, it's 2 times this whole sum. So that one was right here, number 10. Okay, so I is 10, which means for 10, I'm going to write an I. If you want, you can go ahead and try the other ones and see if you get them right. Okay, and then when you unpause and double check yourself, this is what you should have gotten. Okay, I wrote the answers over here for these guys, here for these guys, and here for these guys. And then that's the riddle you should have gotten. If you got all those right, congratulations. You are now an expert at translating word phrases into algebra.